Another clash has rocked the BBNaija 2025 house. This time, Zita went head-to-head with Doris, pulling in Sultana and Big Soso along the way. At the same time, Joanna and Dede quietly received their reward. Now, for most viewers, this is just another piece of BBNaija drama. But here on Brand Story School, we don't just see drama, we see storytelling, we see branding, we see human behavior in action. So, in this video, we're going to unpack the fight, the characteristics, the roles they played, and the branding lessons you and I can actually apply to our personal lives, our businesses, and our creative journeys. Let's start with the fight itself. In storytelling, the structure of every powerful narrative is simple: conflict, characters, stakes, and resolution. When Zita clashed with Doris, the BBN house instantly became a stage. The shouting, the hand movements, the tension. This is conflict. Conflict is the heartbeat of any story. Without it, there's nothing to watch, nothing to follow, and nothing to engage with. Now, why does this even matter? Because in branding and in life, people don't gather around you when things are calm. They gather when something is at stake. For Zita, the conflict gave her visibility. For Doris, it positioned her as the one who stood her ground. For Sultana and Big Soso, the fight pulled them in as side characters. Think of it like this: a brand without conflict is invincible. A story without stakes is boring. And if you're building your personal brand, you need to understand that conflict, when handled well, is not an enemy, it's an amplifier. And that's why this fight became a trending moment. It wasn't about kerosene, food, or chores. It's about conflict creating a narrative that the audience couldn't look away from. Now, let's go deeper. Who were the characters in this story? In every narrative, characters fall into archetypes. Archetypes are timeless roles that audiences instantly recognize. Zita positioned herself, knowingly or unknowingly, as the fighter. She's bold, confrontational, unafraid to raise her voice. This role is powerful because it always guarantees attention, but it's also risky because fighters often become villains in the audience's eyes. Doris, on the other hand, became the challenger. Every fighter needs an opponent, and Doris provided resistance. Without Doris pushing back, there is no fight, no tension, no drama. In branding, this is important. Sometimes, your role is defined not by what you initiate, but by how you respond. Sultana and Big Soso slipped into the allies. They weren't the stars of the fight, but their involvement amplified the tension. Allies in stories often play the role of validators. They make the conflict bigger, more layered, and more real. And then we have Joanna and Dede. They stepped into the role of the rewarded. While the house buzzed with drama, these two received their reward. This is contrast storytelling at its finest. Now here's the brand lesson. In your story, you're always playing a role, either by choice or by default. The danger is letting the audience assign your role without your input. So do you want to be the fighter, the challenger, the ally, or the rewarded? Each role comes with visibility, perception, and consequences. This is why branding is storytelling. Your actions, even in conflict, tell people who you are. Now let's pause the fight and look at Joanna and Dede. While the noise was happening in one corner, reward was happening in another. This is a powerful metaphor for life and business. Most people get caught up in conflict. They argue, they defend, they raise their voices, but the ones who focus on their assignment, on their goals, and on their work, those are the ones who receive the reward. For Joanna and Dede, the cameras didn't need them to scream. Their story wasn't written through quiet consistency. And yet, in the grand narrative, they became the winners. This is a lesson for anyone building a brand. Attention might get you trending, but consistency will get you rewarded. Drama creates a spike, but focus creates longevity. So what can we learn as storytellers, as entrepreneurs, as creators from this BBNaija fight? Number 1, conflict drives visibility. If you avoid conflict at all costs, your brand risks invisibility. That doesn't mean you should use drama, but it does mean you need to take a stand, be bold, have a point of view, create stakes. Number 2, roles shape perception. Whether you like it or not, people will cast you into a role. Are you the bold fighter? Are you the challenger? Are you the ally? Or are you the rewarded one? Understanding your role helps you control your narrative. Number 3, focus creates longevity. While everyone was distracted by the fight, Joanna and Dede secured their reward. This is the ultimate branding lesson. Drama may bring you the spotlight, but focus brings you the prize. Number 4, every brand is a story unfolding. The BBN house is a compressed version of real life. Personalities clash, stories intertwine, the audience watches, judges, and chooses sides. That is exactly how the market treats your brand. So the big question here is, are you shaping your story intentionally, or are you letting conflict shape it for you? At the end of the day, the BBN 2025 fight between Zita, Doris, Sultana and Big Soso wasn't just a clash. It was a story with conflict, characters, stakes, and contrast. And when we step back, we see the bigger lesson. Drama gets attention, but consistency gets rewards. Your brand, just like theirs, is being shaped every day by your choices. The fight you pick, the silence you keep, the rewards you chase, it's all part of the story people will remember. So the next time you see conflict, whether on TV or in your own life, ask yourself, what role am I playing in this story? And is it the role I want to be remembered for? Thanks for watching. This is Brand Stories School, where we decode culture, drama, and headlines into storytelling lessons you can actually use to grow your brand. Make sure you subscribe, because the next trending story might just hold the branding lesson you need the most. See you in the next one.